Hello, today we're going to be talking about a couple of things that pop up within the counseling profession. The very first one is we're going to be talking about the Code of Ethics. This is put out by the American Counseling Association, and these are the expectations of all counselors. So the major topics for each code include the counseling relationship, confidentiality, and privacy, professional responsibility, relationship with other professionals, evaluation, assessment, and interpretation, supervision, training and teaching, research and publication, distant counseling, technology and social media, and resolving ethical issues. My personal beliefs on the Code of Ethics is that they should be used as a guideline and should help to dictate professional behavior. However, the Code of Ethics can't cover every single issue that arises in the counseling field. And sometimes there is a little bit of a gray area, especially when law comes into play. For instance, there's an overlap with law and ethics when working with minors. So sometimes when working with minors, parents actually have a legal right to information that was disclosed, and that can kind of create a gray area for counselors because, of course, we want to respect our clients' privacy. Another thing that I would like to talk about is the Grand Canyon University Disposition. These are values that counselors in training should hold, and it should transfer into our professional counseling careers. Dispositions are values, commitments, and professional ethics that influence behaviors towards others, and if sincerely held, dispositions can lead to actions and patterns of professional conduct of counselors in training. Three areas that I feel like I have a strength in are empathy, genuineness, and patience. As a special education teacher, I need all three of these. My students can tell when I am disingenuous or if I'm sugarcoating something, and they want honest answers. They also know when I don't care about a subject, and that can be hurtful to them, right? So just like my students, our clients want us to be truthful. They want us to care. They want us to listen without judgment. And then patience. It takes time to teach any student, especially a special education student. And growth doesn't happen overnight. And it's the same way with our clients. We need to be patient. And we need to respect their autonomy and their decisions to make certain choices and to grow the way that they choose to grow. It's not on us to rush them. Two counselor dispositions that I feel like I could grow in would be my psychological fitness. So that means also taking care of myself. I sometimes lack in taking or practicing self-care. And then my professional identity. However, that leads me to the next subject, which is in order to develop my professional identity, I will engage in continued education, gain required liability insurance, research laws, and consult supervisors when ethical dilemmas arise. I'll also join the American Counseling Association, which offers a variety of different benefits, which include the following: professional growth through continued education sessions and seminars, discounts on malpractice liability insurance, which is free to master degree students, which is awesome, access to resources such as academic journals, podcasts, and webinars, and also blogs. Practice and support. This is like helping counselors find jobs and help with resumes and things such as that. It also gives you discounts on auto, home, and personal insurance, as well as discounts on car rentals and hotels, which is very unique and awesome. It also allows you to have advocacy in action and be able to see that take place. Currently, we have the Counseling Compact, which is allowing licensed counselors to practice across state lines, which is super awesome. It's only in participating states currently. However, that could lead to standardized expectations for licensing, which is awesome. And then it also allows counselors to connect to a community that is much larger than themselves, right? So much larger than their like just their immediate circle and their professional circle. So, and that is an awesome opportunity. And then lastly, we're going to talk about a concern regarding technology and its implications for ethical issues in counseling. I apologize. It's the end of the day. But one concern that I have for implementing technology in counseling is I have a fear of being disconnected from my client or even from my supervisor. I personally remember Zooming over like during COVID and trying to help my students during that time as a special education aide. And it was not a great experience because you really couldn't tell if a student really truly understood what you were saying, and then you would get their homework assignment or whatever, and then it's like, oh, really? They didn't understand what you were trying to teach them or help them with. And I want to have that connection, and I feel like there might be a disconnect since it is not face-to-face. But that could also just be one of my own personal fears. But as far as using technology, I feel pretty safe. I also feel safe in ethical issues, especially if it's being used over like a professional Zoom versus like just a normal Zoom or a normal Google Meets. This is created specifically for professional organizations. I am a little concerned about recording sessions and what that means for the client, especially with confidentiality. And is that fair to the client if their information is being recorded in such an invasive way, right? Obviously, counselors take notes. We know information that is going on, but having like a record of what is actually like 100% said, I'm wondering if that, in a sense, breaks any confidentiality rules or, ethics. But other than that, I feel pretty safe and ready to start. But with all of these things, I'm excited to learn and grow as a counselor in training.